Hey everybody, and welcome to my daily vlog. Today's topic is wrestling because it is Monday, which means that Monday Night Raw is on. And so, what better than to start off the week with wrestling? So, I unfortunately cannot watch Raw live tonight. I have to go and buy a friend's birthday present, and so I have to travel like an hour away to go to like the nearest mall that has any stores that are actually worth shopping at. So that's where I will be at 7 o'clock. I will catch the end of it though, and I will be keeping up with the app and all of that stuff. I don't just follow WWE. Back in the day, I followed WCW and WWF as it was known at this time. Also, I watched some NWA, though I don't completely remember it because I was a really, really, really little kid back then. That was like what was around when I was born. I think it stopped and sort of turned into WCW a few years after I was born, so I don't remember it that much. I currently watch WWE and TNA and Ring of Honor and all of these other like local organizations and things that come around. I actually there is this site on line that I watch sometimes, and they have this wrestling company. I can't remember what it's called, but it's this Russian wrestling company. I actually watch it even though I can't understand what they're saying at all. It entertains me because I don't know, a lot of the wrestlers have like gothic type personalities, and I don't know, I just think it's fun. So that's something I follow as well. My favorite wrestler of all time is Shawn Michaels. I'm not shy about this at all. He has always been my favorite. He's like the very first favorite wrestler that I've ever had, and he's the only very, very super number one favorite wrestler that I've ever had. So I don't know, in my eyes, he was never able to do anything wrong. Say what you will about him, and I'm not gonna try and push my beliefs on him or about him on you. But I don't know, he's always been my favorite. I got to meet him at WrestleMania 27. I was there whenever he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and then I was just at that WrestleMania event and that weekend at Access also. So that's where I got to meet him, and it was super awesome. It was like the best moment of my life ever. I totally told him a story about things, me telling people about him in the supermarket whenever I was like 3. And he thought that was the most awesome story. And he remembered that story whenever I met him later on. So that was really cool that he was actually able to remember that with all of the stuff that he has going on, and then all of the concussions that he's had, that he has the ability. Although, I don't know, I have some weird stories, so maybe it's just you don't hear strange stories all the time. I have no idea. Um, but I think my favorite wrestling event that I've been to, besides just meeting him, because obviously that's always going to be the top, but as far as wrestling events go, I was at Slammiversary 10, which was a TNA event that they had in Dallas, Texas. Um, not this year, but last year. And it was an awesome event. If any of you guys, I don't know exactly what's going on with TNA. I know that they are having some issues. I've heard that they are in the process of putting the company up for sale if it's not for sale. I don't know if this is actually accurate, but it's what I've heard. So I don't know if they're going to continue to do these kinds of things in the future, but if you guys ever get to go to a pay-per-view where they have like VIP and like stuff like that, totally do the TNA one. It is worth every single penny. It's not super expensive. Like, to get the kind of experience that I got at Slammiversary 10 for TNA, I would have to pay probably easily $25,000 to get the same thing at WWE. Like, I got to have breakfast, like one-on-one breakfast with Devon Dudley, and it was the most amazing thing. I got stories that like no one else would ever get to have. I got to meet so many people and just actually like be with them. It wasn't just, okay, here's an autograph, go away now. It was like conversations, like meals, like Six Flags with, people. It was an awesome time. And I know that they do this at like their bigger type pay-per-views. They always have these sorts of tickets. So if you guys ever got the chance, you could get all of this stuff. I will go into more detail with this trip with a vlog in the future times, but for right now, that's all I really have about that. So I don't know, wrestling has always been a really big part of my life. I think it's probably like the first big passion that I ever had, so it is something that I can talk about. And I'm sorry if you guys are not interested in wrestling, and you can tell me that it's fake. If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. I'm not gonna try and convince you, but I do have my own opinions on those things. So I don't know, I hope you guys enjoy my random weird wrestling video, and I will be making them every Monday, so get used to it.